Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to the tournament. Today it is the first Masters fight in the tournament. And it is Gavin against Daisy, two of the best active players in Speed Race. Once again, this is the first Masters tournament. Both of them will be playing in Arthro. And once again, I am accompanied on commentary by Noah. Say hello, Noah.
Hello.
And by fellow speed racer and participant in the tournament, RC. Say hello, RC.
Hello.
All right, and once again, we are letting them get their practice rounds in.
Looking real good.
And
Evan,
yeah, I mean, this is
Mao, you're good to post the link.
the link in the tournament server right now.
We're seeing some real fast times here on the practice of 32-7.
Post it in the world record server too. All right, so once again, these two are some of the best players ever in Speed Race. Gavin currently has 20 skipless world records. He's dominant in R6, R15 category, and Daisy has essentially 40 world records in every single category. He is the best. He is the certified best speed racer of all time. So I think it is confident to say that whoever wins this match will be the winner of the Masters bracket. What do you two gentlemen think?
Yeah, I definitely think these two people are the favorites, to win the whole thing. Either one of them could take it.
Yeah, so close already.
It's going to be intense, and yes, for those who are concerned, they are at a steady 50 to 40 ping. Both of them have decent ping in the server, so we shouldn't have to worry about in lag at all.
So consistent.
Yeah, like both of these guys are beasts. This is going to be neck on neck. We have to keep a close eye on all of their runs. Like, you guys think that like RC and DM3 was impressive, or you guys think that I'm good? Hell no, these two are beasts, like literal freaking robots. So this is going to be very, very close. So before it starts, I would like to hear both of your predictions.
I mean, I gotta predict Daisy for this one. Out of both records and just pace alone. Feel like Daisy's gonna get it.
I have Daisy winning this. I want Gavin to win, but I just don't know if it's possible.
Alright, and I am not going with the hard prediction. I genuinely do think that Gavin will win. Daisy is very consistent, but I do think that the nerves will get to him. And if Gavin manages to pull a victory, it will be one of the biggest upsets in Speed Race. Or probably no, the biggest upset in Speed Race history. And Daisy with the 0.6, that is point off the world record.
Just
Holy crap.
6 in the practice round. Yep. Casual. You're starting.
Oh, I'm not even racing, and the nerves are kind of going through me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is big. This ain't no normal tournament match.
This is probably the biggest one of the tournament, unless we have, whoever loses here come up through the losers bracket and meet in the finals.
Right,
that would be something.
First race
3,
of the Masters
2,
bracket on the tourney.
1.
Here we go.
We're live.
We are on Gavin POV for this race. We'll switch back and forth.
Why don't you watch both of them in third person from like a far view from the back of them? I think that's most convenient. And so far, solid lines from both. Daisy has the slight advantage, man. Gosh, sometimes it's literally scary how good Daisy is. But Gavin, he's right behind him. I think that they might get a 0.7 by. It really depends on who gets the better ending here.
Gavin catching up a little bit. And ooh, Gavin actually steals that one.
Gavin steals it.
Mal, do you mind keeping track of score?
It's double typed in all the times they get.
Okay, I would just prefer you type it in somewhere else, just because if they end up talking in Roblox chat, it'll like get caught in
All right, fine. Wait, RC, you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll be typing in the Discord.
Okay.
Daisy claims a .6 touch. You know, that is a possibility, but they both have average ping, so for now we will go on what we see.
But we shall see. I'll wait till Daisy claims a .5 touch. That'd be crazy.
Alright, so far, I'll let you guys analyze this race.
We've got very similar lines through the start. Daisy's cutting it a tiny bit more inside on the first jump there. They're about neck and neck. What do you think, Noah?
Daisy definitely very tight lines this race. Just so consistent. It's hard to put these guys apart. I mean,
Gavin catching. Gonna be close.
wow, and another tie, 32-7.
Incredible.
I mean, RC and Noah, what do you think about their lines on this map so far?
Very impressive.
I think they're pretty good. I almost don't feel like I'm qualified to speak about their lines in a sense.
Honestly,
Say
me
it's like
too. They're just so quick.
Right, here we go. And you have to give props to both of these guys' consistency. Like, I don't think anyone in the tournament could average .7 on dunes for every single run.
Is he a little bit ahead?
Oh, Daisy with the biggest lead over Gavin so far. I
But
think that
Gavin
had a bad
sometimes
turn.
catches up on this part for some reason. He usually ties it.
Gavin does have a really good ending. He has like the timing of the ending down perfectly, and Daisy will take
Daisy
it with a .6.
with a .6.
0.6
Ooh.
gang.
So far it was tied up, but now Daisy is in the lead of total score by .1.
Indeed. Gavin with 3.7s and still losing currently.
That's just how close it is,
That's what
at
it's
that
like,
top level.
racing against Daisy. This is what it's like racing against Daisy.
Three, two, one, go.
Here we go with the fourth race on dunes. Oh, and Daisy gets the slope steal. This is his
Slope
first
steal,
slope
Daisy.
steal.
That
But
is
remember,
shocking.
it's best of 3. So on this map, on that big slope, you need to have a bunch of jumps on that slopes, and it's not consistent. So Daisy tried to go for that to get an edge over Gavin, and it cost him wrong. Remember, it is best of 3, so this will likely not cost Daisy at all.
Gavin needs to try and get a 0.6 here, otherwise
Gavin
Daisy's
needs
going
a
to steal this map
0.6,
for the
and he
average.
gets another .7.
Gavin
4
needs
points
a
in a row.
.6 here.
One round left.
Props to Daisy's consistency.
Anything can happen in this final round.
So maybe that mess up from Daisy will give Gavin a bit of confidence. You never know.
Definitely.
Now I'm interested to see if Daisy will try to go for those slope jumps again, which have a high reward and high risk.
I would
Okay, so
expect
far
him
it's-
to, just because he's trying to prove himself in this matchup. This is where we've seen him
Oh, and he gets it.
talk the
He
most.
gets it, but Gavin is still right on his tail. He is like he's like 0.5 ahead of Gavin right here.
Very similar lines.
Very similar lines, but Daisy catches up. He has a steady lead over Gavin, and it looks like that Daisy's on .6 pace right here. If he gets another .6, then he will have a .2 advantage over Gavin on the score, which may not seem like much, but for Masters, it's a lot. Ooh,
Wow,
and Gavin gets a .8.
Gavin with the .8.
One difference overall. Incredible.
All right, that concludes Dunes.
That's Dunes? Do you
That's
have all of
Dunes.
the scores?
I have the times.
Okay.
Right now, Daisy is leading overall by 0.1.
What is the
The next map is tropical.
Okay. Oh,
By the way, Daisy recently got a UWR on this map by getting a 46.5. And before that, Gavin has tied the former world record, which was a .6. So both of these guys have really strong chemistry on this map. And the technique... Wait, I'll remind them that they both have one practice round.
I'm interested to see how tight they'll cut the spiral on this map. Can be make or break for some of these competitors.
So for the spiral on this map, with the avatars they're using, they perform something called steam jumps. However, to steam jump while maintaining a tight line on the edge of the spiral is really, really hard and inconsistent. Personally, it is not something that I can do at all. However, both of these gentlemen have, of course, mastered that. So really, it all comes down to the spiral in the ending on this map. And so far, both of them are displaying mastery on the spiral,
but
and Daisy takes a fall.
Takes the
Daisy
fall
takes
here
a fall,
on
and
the
again,
practice.
this is just the practice round. But how will this affect Daisy's mentality?
We've seen
'Cause
Daisy's
Daisy has-
mental in the past struggle a little bit,
Yeah, we
especially against Gavin. He does
Or
seem to
Gavin
have
gets
a
a .7.
mental block against
Gavin
Gavin.
gets a .7 on the practice round. Remember, guys, this is the practice round, as intense as it is. Oh, and Daisy... I don't jump to conclusions, but Daisy has told me multiple times that he has problems with nerves, that he's really concerned about, fumbling the tournament because of his nerves. And many other people have told me that Daisy falls under pressure. And I mean, so far on Dunes, he performed masterfully.
We'll
But
see if
on
he can
this
keep
map-
that up. After that
this map,
first
he might-
mistake, you wonder how that might start to swing the momentum in Gavin's
For
direction.
Masters, for these types of players, even the smallest of mistakes can cost you the whole tournament. That is not an exaggeration.
Yeah, neck and neck again here, just at the start.
I think Daisy might try to do the spiral too perfect, and if you try to steam jump the spiral perfectly, you can't. It is hard to be consistent at it. And so far, Gavin is catching up on the spiral. He is slightly ahead of Daisy, but they're both neck and neck.
lines.
Beautiful line from both of them. It is scary
They're
how
right
good
each
they are.
other.
But it looks like Daisy has slightly taken lead over Gavin somehow, with maybe a bit tighter lines. It's so
Gonna come
close.
down to
It
the
matters who
ending.
gets the better ending here. Who gets the better ending?
Wow.
Daisy with the .7.
Daisy gets 0.7.
Daisy with the massive .7. Holy crap. I'm sure that does help Daisy's confidence. This is intense. Here we go with the second match on Tropical Islands.
Neck and neck.
As usual.
Yeah.
And we saw Daisy, win that last round. And I think that is a boost to his confidence. That's probably dangerous for Gavin. And Gavin got to miss this jump and take the DNF.
Oh.
I'm not sure why he chose to take the DNF instead of just finishing out the time.
Also, by the way, if this DNF does count, when they DNF, the time that they DNF at, like the time that they die at, will count. And I don't know if I don't know if it was lagging on mine, but it looks like Daisy stopped for some reason.
Daisy,
he did
yeah,
stop.
he
I
did
don't know.
stop, and then he didn't try on the spiral. I'm not sure why he did that. I mean, it's still the best average out of your three, best runs on the map. So I feel like Gavin or Daisy could have really used that round, but it seems like just a throwaway for both players
Daisy
here.
out the tournament work, apparently.
Oh, that run, it likely will not be in the best 3 of matches. The best 3 runs of the tournament, so yeah.
Well,
Know that
tonight,
both of these guys are under some pressure, and I think that even some of the slightest deaths can affect their mentality. That is just my opinion. Gavin has purposely said that he doesn't care how it ends out, but I beg to differ.
Yeah, whoever wins this match will be talking about it for a while. Especially Daisy.
So. Okay, Gavin's
does get the cut there.
You lead over Daisy for only 1/10 of a second. All right, and here comes the spiral. So far, brilliant lines from both of them.
Perfect.
Gavin seems to be taking it slightly tighter, but Daisy seems to have slightly better steam gems on there, and they are both neck on neck. It really does come down to the ending here.
Let's see who gets better ending.
I think Daisy is literally ahead by a stud.
And Gavin pulls out the win with the 0.8. But Gavin needs to really start going for some 0.7s here to match up with that 0.7 that Daisy started off with. And we'll see if he can step it up here.
Well, imagine if I get past Rue, but then I get past my next opponent after that, and then I have to go against Daisy. Holy fuck, that is not a funny thought.
I'm sure you'll do fine.
I mean, if you were able to get 2 to 3 on him, then hey, who knows what I could do.
Maybe you'll get to 2.1.
Right. I believe this is the 4th race on Tropical, right? Yes, 4th race on Tropical.
4th race.
And this is where Gavin really needs to start pulling out the 0.7s and the 0.6s here to catch up with Daisy. Daisy with the beautiful cut there.
Yeah, it's so tight.
It is absolutely masterful from both of them.
Gavin. Not... Yeah, I was going to say, Gavin looking a little dangerous on the spiral there.
Oh,
and
he
Daisy
might have been a bit too shaky on that.
Oof. That's 2 DNFs from Gavin. Gavin's really going to have to clutch up next round and look for, maybe even a 0.6.
And so far, yeah, another 0.7 from Daisy.
So Gavin needs a 0.6 to tie it up.
Gavin would need a 0.6 to tie it up, which he is very, very, very much capable of. However, is he capable of doing it in 5 runs in a tournament setting? Oof.
Tournament setting, the nerves are here. And whether Gavin says he cares or not, a 0.6 is hard to just get on demand. So we'll see how he shows up here. And Gavin AFK here.
Gavin is on AFK. This is the 5th match. I think he mistook it. So if Gavin wants to tie it up, then he will have to get a 0.6 here.
Is the map after this frozen?
Yes, it is in fact frozen.
You just get a 0.6, and that's assuming Daisy doesn't also get a 0.6.
Yeah, we have to consider Daisy here. We know how consistent he can be.
True.
Daisy said his ping is 70.
I mean, ping is strictly out of our control. There's only so much we can do it. I think we optimized it the best we can between these 2 gentlemen. It is what it is. Alright, both of them are on a good run right now.
Early to tell whether it's a good run or not, but definitely looking close.
Well, I mean, they're both going as straight as you can, so it's already a good run.
For some, maybe, but for these people, good means that they've got the spiral good and are on world record pace.
This spiral really matters, man. Oh, Daisy with a slightly tighter line. Gavin is steam jumping a little bit more.
Ooh, not a good line from Gavin there. Maybe Gavin trying to cut a little bit too much. And yeah, Gavin's going to end up just giving up.
Gavin throws it off when he really didn't have to do that. I don't really understand that decision, man.
But
Like even then,
I don't
even
think
if
that
you
was a
got a
point
point eight,
six run.
46.8 by Daisy. Another DNF for Gavin. That's the final run on Tropical.
So 2-0 Daisy. And Gavin needs to find something within himself here if he wants to reverse sweep Daisy in this best of 5. I forgot to change the map. Good job. Next map is Frozen, right?
yes.
That's going to be interesting.
It will be. I mean, I think that Gavin was confused about the rules too, even though I did clarify to him that it is the best sum of the average. So he did purposely throw that runoff, even though that really wasn't a smart move for the tournament setting. So even if he dies on this run, I think I will give him another chance.
You gonna give him one more run?
Yes, because he purposely threw himself off.
Okay. I guess he just doesn't want one. I'm not sure.
Fuck.
I heard that.
I mean, all right, fine. He agrees to. He agrees to one last round tropical. So AFK.
All right, let me go ahead and switch it here.
I think Gavin did still think it was like a 5-2 setting, like whoever wins the most map wins. But even then, that doesn't apply to this tournament setting. So if he does die on this run, then the time he dies at will count into his total score, which would be disastrous.
So feels
It's not
most
letting
high
me
pressure
pick the
runs.
map.
Life.
I don't know.
Right, so it's tropical on now.
It says map for the next round is already chosen. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go.
We'll see how Gavin can perform on the track by himself here. Not much of a track on
Now,
this map.
keep in
More
mind,
of a
if he
field.
does die on this run, yes, it would be disastrous for the result of the tournament. However, there still is a chance if Daisy freaking dies on the next on 3 of the runs on some maps. I mean, it might be very rare, but it still is a possibility.
Yeah, it's still possible. But
If
if
I
I
were
was
Gavin here,
Gavin
I would
here, I would safe. You know, I would safe. Go for at least
yeah,
a point eight
that is exactly what I was gonna say.
because
I
you know
would
if you
perfectly.
die on this run, it's it's pretty much over. You can't really come back. You know, especially from this length of a. And he is gonna go for a
Good
point
run.
eight. I like the safe there from Gavin. It's a good play.
And point A.
Now set it to frozen.
We
Yeah.
are going to do Frozen now.
Now, keep in mind, although Daisy did get a fair amount of score from those first 2 matches, Gavin still does have a chance at winning this. Statistically speaking, excuse my speech impediment.
Of course, I would never
Says you
count
only have
Gavin out of a
0.3
match like this.
total.
But so far, Daisy is not playing like he has nerves going through him. So, okay, here we go with the practice round. This is not part of the real race. Both of them choose different strats.
Let's see the slope here. Critical point for this race.
Ooh, and Daisy with the death there. Not sure what happened.
I think he wants to practice the slope there.
Gotcha.
Daisy seems to always die on the practice rounds.
I think it is kind of smart though, you know, for Daisy to just die, and if he wants to retry that slope, you know, he can reset when he's at the end zone, come back, do it again, reset, come back, do it again, get 3 practice runs to Gavin's 1. You know what I mean? That could be a method that I will use in the future, maybe if I'm in any tournaments.
Could you set the intermission to 15 or 30, please, so that RC has time to type in the results.
It is at 15.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, you're good.
So far, different strats for the beginning, very interesting. And you will get the better slope jump here. It all depends on the slope jump here. Oh, and Daisy gets a much better slope jump here. Gavin slightly bumps it.
Although the seeming jump can be important.
Holy fuck.
Races can
Yeah,
be
Daisy is so far Daisy is performing like he's on another level and a 0.2 from Daisy.
Daisy
Like,
looks
very
like
solid.
he's in his own tier here. So consistent at getting within 0.2 and 0.1 of the world record on every run.
As I said, don't count Gavin out yet. We never know what could happen. I'm sure the confidence is rushing through Daisy's veins right now.
We shall see. 1 run down, 4 to go.
Oh, again, another beautiful steam jump
Much
from Daisy.
closer here though, as Gavin
But
does
it is
have
much
a chance.
closer. They might tie a point too. Gavin is caught up to Daisy somehow. He might have taken a tighter line there, but it looks like Daisy will still take the win on this. Oh, they both tied.
Gavin
They tied.
edges out.
Holy shit. As I said, do not count Gavin out. Maybe that tie could make Daisy a little bit more nervous than he already was, and that could pressure him to try more.
Gavin can point to every round, then Daisy's going to have to work quite hard to match that.
Yes.
Round 3. Good lines at the start by both of them.
Okay, and Gavin gets the slope jump down, but Daisy still has a steady lead on him.
Daisy's just so consistent on this map, and this is what I was worried about, you know, for Gavin. I had a slight feeling in the back of my mind that Daisy is just too consistent.
Daisy with the 0.1 away from world record. Holy fuck.
Daisy's just so consistent. I mean, how can you just do that on command?
I have played with Daisy in Publix multiple times, and he has never been as consistent as he was here. Like he would die once or twice every 5 runs in Publix, and here he is just freaking stone cold.
Ice in his veins. And it appears that the mental block is gone at this point.
Maybe those nerves are helping him.
Good slope jumps again by both of them.
I can confirm that slope jump in our throw, you have to perform something called the steam jump to get over it, and it is not easy, and Daisy is doing it effortlessly. And so far, it looks like Daisy has much better chemistry over Gavin on the slope.
Wow. And Gavin kind of throws at the end there.
Again, Gavin decides to throw, and I just don't understand it, because even if you lose this map, you still have a chance on the next 2. If he fumbles.
Daisy again with just such a good time.
Daisy with another 0.1. I have no idea how the hell he does it. Holy shit.
Gavin really needs a 0.0 in order to tie
Gavin
Daisy's average here.
starts at least 0.1, 0.2 behind. I'm not sure what happened. Was he not ready, or is that start lag?
Sure.
But either way, you know, Daisy, absolutely perfect lines every round.
Yeah, like these are like freaking task lines from Daisy. I've never seen him play like this consistently. Like obviously we all know he's freaking capable of this, but and another 0.1 from Daisy.
Wow.
Yeah, just great job by Daisy.
Should we count that? I mean, he did forget the whole W. Like, you saw it.
Yeah, I think that's a completely around count.
I think that is a
Although
user error.
it is unfair.
Ooh, good steam jump there from Gavin, and
Ooh,
Gavin looks to
Gavin's on a
be
good run now.
in a slight
Gavin
lead
has
here.
finally got a good steam jump on there.
Can Gavin actually win around against Daisy here? Other than the other round he won.
Ooh,
Ooh, okay.
Nope.
What do you guys think about this decision? Because we did literally see him not start.
It shan't matter much. It's only 1/10 of a second.
It doesn't matter, but still, fair is fair.
okay. What's the
I
next
mean, if
map?
he doesn't want an next round,
Heist?
Dragon's Lair, and that was that was 5 rounds. I thought that was 4.
I am
Five.
excited for Dragon's Lair. One of the maps I actually know, what I'm talking about.
Take it away, Noah. Tell us
Yeah,
about
if I'm
Dragon's
being
Lair.
honest, Daisy has again a really steady advantage on the score over Gavin because of Frozen, and so far it has been a close sweep from Daisy. Now Gavin still has a steady score on him, and if Gavin could somehow pull a miracle and get a steady advantage over Daisy on these 2 maps, then it is possible to win.
Daisy
I remember.
doesn't
the
seem too
practice
happy
round.
about Dragon's Lair here, and I wonder if that's he's not confident in himself or what. But I mean, he's 3-0 up. I don't see how
0.7
Gavin.
in it though. Gavin can find 0.7 time against Daisy in these next 2 maps, then he can win.
Yeah, there's absolutely no doubts about Daisy's consistency, and he gets a 0.5 there.
Looks like the stream is lagging a little bit. I think.
Could you remove Phoebian Lord? Or whatever, however you pronounce his name.
Oh,
Lord.
This guy's not part of the tournament, and if he was, he would be getting absolutely smoked right now, so don't worry about this.
Yo, Lord.
Yo, how do you follow it like that? Did you guys see it? Bro! Bro! Am I the only one who saw that? How do you fall right between the hole there, bro?
how do
I
I?
can't say it often, but I have perhaps done it once or twice as well.
Bro, could you just unfriend this guy for now?
Okay.
Bro, how does he fail that?
I did unfriend him, but I can't like kick him. You know what I mean?
Wait, if you didn't friend him, then how the hell did he join, bro?
Cause he joined while I was still his friend. What do you mean? Hold on, bro. Just leave.
Too many, what the hell? Bro, we are in a tournament, bro. Looks like maybe Theum was an act to distract Daisy.
Is this a speed race conspiracy?
Gavin brought backup. All right. We starting round 1 now.
Gavin secretly hired this person, such that it would interrupt Daisy's
By
mentality.
the way, that was my alt, guys. Sorry, I just wanted to get some more.
Oh yeah, good.
Get some practice runs in. No, I understand.
No problem. Acceptable.
I just wanted to give them an extra practice round, but both of them AFK'd, so that's kind of weird. I'm just kidding. That wasn't my alt. Again, steady. Wait, did they both reset? Because the spawn is really important on this map.
It looks to be close enough that they reset.
I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah.
Oh, Daisy looks like he's on 0.4 pace. This is an insane run, and they both tie
Wow.
0.6.
I did not expect a
Gavin
0.6 there from
catching up in the
Daisy,
ending.
but that's crazy. They can consistently just destroy my PB.
Well, there's a bit of a skill gap between you and Daisy and Gavin. So
Well, I mean,
that's
not
what
really. I think I'm pretty much there.
I feel kind of fortunate that they didn't beat my PB that round. But perhaps
I mean,
it's
0.5 is still is a pretty hard time to average. But so far, straight lines from both of them.
I think they could average it.
Wow.
Gavin fumbles.
Unfortunate from Gavin.
Let's
Let's
look
see.
at the steam jump from Daisy. Pretty good, almost picture perfect. Not perfect, but good enough.
Let's see the time here.
A 0.5.
0.5.
Wow. And it ties the R15 world record there.
Yep, but the Arthur is 0.3, and so far none of them have come close to that.
Why
Because the 0.3
why is it point
uses a
like
far
what's different about the R15 to R throw
It's
in this
looking
map?
ending.
Arthur uses a specialized avatar, which is what they are racing in, and
Yeah,
also
I know,
uses the
but-
far.
But like what technique, allows them to get 0.3?
There's a certain Arthur has a certain steam jump where they can steam jump an obstacle much higher than what R15 can, and that saves a lot of time. And in general, Arthur saves a lot of time too. And Gavin fumbles
Another-
again.
Another throw from Gavin, and I don't.
Oh, and that was a really good steam jump from Daisy. This might be 0.4 right here.
Wow.
Man, I think that
Wow.
I think Daisy's too good for Masters, man. We might have to put him in his own category.
Yeah, let's make a Daisy category and just put Daisy in it, and then leave it alone.
Like, the reason why I'm impressed, the reason why I'm so impressed is because I have never seen him this consistent. Again, I've raced with him multiple times in public. I've seen him fumble maps countlessly, but I have never seen him this consistent. We all know he's capable of these types of runs, but to be consistent at them is a whole nother level.
Especially in a tournament setting, but he does have a little slip up at the start if Gavin can capitalize off that.
If Gavin can capitalize it, but Daisy might even catch up just because of the lines here.
Gavin's in the lead though.
Only slightly, and Gavin, is that
And Gavin
going to
fumbles it
be the
again.
game? That's 3
I mean, both
DNFs
of
in a
them-
row.
Both of them did agree to finish the map, regardless of who's winning. And Daisy fumbles it. He
Wow.
fumbled. Oh my gosh! If Gavin continued, bro. This is what is upsetting about me, because he kind of throws himself off, and he could have won that if Daisy fumbled.
No, that's
That's why-
Gavin's third time of DNFing, right?
I mean, listen, it's Gavin's choice. Even if he did finish that map, it wouldn't have given that much of an advantage. But again, it doesn't really matter too much. and Gavin actually types in caps.
Final round, guys.
And remember, if Gavin dies again, then it will drastically affect his total time, because I already
Wow.
gave him that free shot.
Speaking of which,
Yeah,
let's
And
see what
I
time
don't
Daisy gets
see-
here.
I don't see Gavin
yeah,
coming back
These-
here.
These lines
that
look
definitely
real good.
did throw it for Gavin. Let's see what time Daisy. It looks like he's on another 0.4 pace, because this run is like
Oh
holy
my
shit.
goodness.
28.4.
And
Incredible.
yeah, and it looks like shut up, Daisy. Bro, shut up. Gavin was just messing around with her with the skip, and Daisy's calling him cheater, so obviously doesn't count. So last run for Dragons. Like, if we're being last run, right?
Yeah, that was the final round.
Okay, let me change map.
Being honest, all three of us, that death on
On what?
Dragon's Lair, that really throw out the tournament match for Gavin.
Yeah, Daisy
Again,
has
we
to
have-
die.
We have to give massive props to Gavin for finishing the tournament, despite knowing that he did lose here.
It would
giving
take a
us more
miracle
of what
for
we
Gavin to win.
want to see.
Now I know that Gavin is a lot more consistent than what he displayed on Dragon Slayer, but it seems like his morale dropped. However, we have to give credit to him for finishing the tournament, and for the first half of the race on Dunes, he was doing fantastic. Like he was giving Daisy some trouble, but then
Yeah,
he
this
just
just
lost
sort of
morale.
shows
Daisy with
And
the
that Daisy's
confidence. I
against
don't need
Daisy.
one. I think we are just going
And
to count
he's
this
right.
one as a practice round. Gavin resetting here.
Yes, and Gavin seems to has lost all morale, which honestly, I don't. He still did have a slight chance. Again, I mean slight, but a slight chance of winning if he just didn't have those throwdowns.
Yeah, with that being said, it is
This is
really
like a
difficult
point
to
one
beat
from Daisy. Yeah,
Daisy with their base.
Wow.
yeah. I mean, I've seen Gavin get point fives on dragons easily, but
It just goes to show how hard this tournament can be and how hard it is to verse Daisy sometimes when they're getting world record every
I mean,
month.
like if Gavin didn't have those throw offs, he likely still would have lost only because of how great Daisy is performing. But who knows? Like a chance is a chance, you know.
Yeah.
And it looks like Gavin started late.
I don't think he really cares too much, to be honest with you. I think he's just at this point trying to get this match over with. Does
At this
end up
point,
throwing
it's just the Daisy show now.
what is going on?
Daisy's on a really freaking good run here. Like that. Oh, and he messes up the ending! Bro, Gavin could have won that if he just didn't throw it off. This is what's so upsetting. I mean, again, yeah, it's best three of average, and probably wouldn't matter so much, but still, even if it did, even if he did finish, he could have won that because Daisy does have mistakes here. But like again, like this is the best I've ever seen Daisy play in person. Like obviously we know how freaking good.
Yeah, I haven't seen Daisy, make any. Have you seen Daisy make any real mistakes so far in this whole
Yeah,
match?
he did mess up the end zone there. He
There
has like
was,
very minor mistakes that Gavin could have capitalized on if he was continuing the race.
there was
And
one
yeah.
slope jump on
But
Tropical.
if we're talking in general, like DNFs and deaths, I mean, I have seen almost
Yeah,
none from
like-
Daisy. Just straight consistency.
In a .3 from Gavin, decent run. Holy shit, man.
Point
Oh,
two,
Daisy.
Daisy.
Daisy has proven to be a force to be reckoned with in the Masters tournament for this year because in the past tournaments he has fumbled. He is known for fumbling the past tournaments due to nerves and inconsistently. But now he has proven to be a much more consistent Daisy. And this is probably
I mean,
in
if we
his prime.
see this in the future, I mean, is there really anyone who can stand up to Daisy, in a tournament setting? I don't think so. If we see this type of
bro,
Daisy,
Vice Owner. Oh, and Daisy fumbles, see?
Daisy dies, and Gavin
I mean, again, it
is...
doesn't count, and Gavin freaking throws the match, and yeah, I can't.
Gavin
This
realized
shit-
Daisy died, and he's gonna start running towards the end zone.
It looks like Gavin's just gonna go for the win because he realized that Daisy screwed up.
Oh.
Okay, and he doesn't go for the win.
And he finds the Easter egg. Double DNF.
What the fuck was that?
And Gavin wins with a DNF.
And listen, we have to give props to Gavin because he knows that he lost this tournament. However, he's still putting in the effort to entertain us. So, a round of applause to Gavin. Yeah, like Jesus Christ, man, Daisy is a freaking beast.
Rounds left. We see a world record.
And again, this will be the last time I say this. We all know Daisy is capable of these runs, but to be this consistent at them in a tournament is insane. I don't think he's ever displayed this before. So far, a good run for both of them.
Yeah. Extremely close.
But Daisy just always in the lead here. It just feels like Gavin just does not have a chance.
Daisy does have much better chemistry on this map, and Gavin throws it, and he finds the secret space again. And yeah, that's it.
Wow. And Daisy, with the sweep over Gavin. Do we even need to count the scores here? I mean, that was just a commanding victory from Daisy.
I mean, the scores were close. They were close on Dunes, and then they would have been on Tropical if Gavin didn't. But yeah, and then on Frozen, it was a. Actually, no, it was close on Frozen too, and Gavin fumbles it.
Gavin fly hacking as per usual. Hitbox moment.
Daisy's once again on a good roll. Oh, and he fumbles it, bro. Gavin couldn't check that.
Is he actually?
And that concludes the race.
Gavin's a bit messed up in the final.
You know, even though Daisy did win consistently, I'm sure he's embarrassed by that death. But yeah, GG.
GG's.
Like, even though we all know that Daisy is the best freaking speed racer of all time, he is never. I don't think he's ever shown this much consistency in a tournament. I am genuinely surprised.
You want to
So guys,
average
what are your
out
thoughts
all
on-
of the scores, RC, for like all together and
Yeah,
shit?
sure. I'll do that. Anyways, good race. That's the match. Daisy, Gavin. Daisy will be moving on in the Masters bracket, and Gavin will be dropping to the Losers bracket.
I mean, hey, maybe Gavin could win the
I
losers
do
bracket,
see.
but
I do
honestly,
see. It's possible that Gavin, could make a run through the losers bracket, make it back to the finals, and maybe give Daisy a run for his money, because we did see some close matches there on Dunes, and then a few on Tropical Islands. But I mean, if we see this Daisy the rest of the tournament, I don't see anyone beating Daisy at all.
Yeah.
But we have to give props for Gavin, because, even though he technically, did get destroyed, for the first 3 maps, he was giving Daisy some pressure, and he was tying him a lot. But then it was just really a loss of morale, and that just, it clearly did throw him off. But even then, I know that Gavin will make the argument that, I know that Gavin did make the argument that even if he was trying, that Daisy would still win, and to be fair, that is a possibility, but you never know. However, we have to give props
RC,
to both of them.
impressive DNF there.
Thank you.
We still have to give props to the both of them. It was an entertaining match, and
Very much
Gavin
so.
says that Daisy will win the tournament anyway, so who cares? And he probably does has a point, because Daisy was freaking terrifying on this.
Yeah.
But
I
who
mean,
knows? Maybe the Messiah could pull something. Maybe it have something.
I think you're getting demoted, buddy, after this tournament.
I mean, who knows, man? Who knows?
Oh no,
Who,
it's
who do you think? Who do you think you are better than in the Masters bracket? What are your predictions here?
Probably. I think I could beat Rube. I'm probably better than Potato. Vegeta. I am probably neck on neck on. He used to have bad movement, but recently his movement has been improving. However, if we do get certain maps, then I do have a chance at beating him. So me and Veg is like 50-50. Q has proven to be very, very good in other tournaments, but I think I could beat him. I think he's too rusty. And Ocean, I would smoke. Even in R15, I would absolutely annihilate him. Skelly's better than me. He would probably beat me. Gavin beats me. Let's see. Gavin beats me. And Daisy, probably beats me. But anyways, aside from all that concludes the race. And although it was unfortunate to see the morale drop in Gavin, he did put on a really impressive performance, and we have to give props to him. So before we end the video, any last words from you guys?
Yeah, I'm about to destroy RC here.
Great race.
Okay. Well, I mean, any last words about the race we just witnessed?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. No, I'm going to beat you.
No.
All right, guys. Well,
I've got 200
that
ping.
concludes the race.
This is the real battle.
Very fun.
Ah,
Props to both. Props
GG's
to both.
to
and,
Gavin and Daisy, and thank you for watching.